Do I need an x-ray? That is one of the most common questions I get asked as a chiropractor. And today I want to explain some of the reasons why someone would need an x-ray and also describe some examples of some myths or some misconceptions about x-rays of why people might be concerned about getting one. So first of all, some very common reasons why someone would need an x-ray would include any kind of major trauma, like a car accident or a big fall, that we'd want to assess for any structural damage to the tissues within the body. Other things like structural changes, like things that might cause pain in the neck that are really radiating down the arm, things that have been going on for a very long time. X-ray can help us identify some of the causes that would prolong the length of symptoms or prolong the length of a condition that we would normally expect to have already resolved by a certain time frame. Other things like scoliosis, like structural changes like that can be useful to have an X-ray to measure the angle of that curve and be able to track any progression of conditions like that. Now, as far as common myths or concerns around x-rays is, first of all, which is very common, is they're concerned that we would just x-ray everyone. And within our clinic, that's not the case. We stand by evidence-based guidelines, and honestly, a pretty small percentage of my patients tend to need x-rays. And it's only in those rare conditions that I kind of outlined before. Other concerns around x-rays is that it's very dangerous and the amount of radiation would be dangerous. But here in Chiropractic Partners, our in-office x-ray unit is all digital and requires direct transmission. So it really uses very small amounts of radiation and is very well regarded as being a very safe and well-studied procedure. And the last concern that I typically see is that the only reasons we would want to take an x-ray is that if we're concerned for a fracture. So if you think you didn't actually break a bone or fracture a bone, then you wouldn't need an x-ray. But there are so many more things that we can see on x-ray, and I'm going to be talking about that in our next video.